Over 2 months after President Tinubu signed the 70,000 naira minimum wage bill into law, many state governments and private sector employers have yet to implement it. Concerns are growing that this delay could be a tactic to negotiate for a lower wage than what was approved. Experts warn that further delays will hurt workers' productivity, especially as they grapple with rising economic challenges across the country. Ibrahim Ismail has more in this report.
The National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) reported a spike in Nigeria's inflation rate to 32.70% in September 2024, worsening the financial strain on workers. This situation is made worse by the failure of some state governments and private employers to implement the new minimum wage. We spoke to government and private sector employees in Abuja about how they are managing to cope during these challenging times.
Because we can't even afford going to work 3 days in a week. It's now twice. Sometimes that 2 days is just by His grace. You understand? Because of the way things are. So many things has gone high. Feeding, people are finding it difficult to feed. You know, transportation from here, from Jabi here to Use Market now is 500 naira. It's very, very, you know, it's not something people, the poor masses cannot even breathe. Let the poor breathe is no longer let the poor breathe. In fact, what we are seeing now is let the poor die. That is what we are seeing now.
You know, when we have a system that has put in place that, you know, the salary or the minimum wage should be reviewed and it's not been implemented, it's crazy. You get, check it right now that the cost of fuel currently is impacting on a lot of things. And it's so crazy. It's just so alarming. It's pathetic. You get, because now transportation alone has, let me not even use the word triple, it has doubled. Like, it has even gone up 4 times than the initial price.
Government should create an enabling environment for the private sector to function and thrive too. Because someone who owns a business cannot be losing, cannot be paying much tax, and you're expecting the person to also increase the salaries of the people's salary. The taxation is too much on the private sector.
While a section of Nigerian workers wait for the implementation of the 70,000 naira new minimum wage, some analysts say the wage increase will have less impact due to the high inflation rate.
But I think for state government, they actually need to be very ingenious in ensuring that workers are able to maintain or improve on their productivity. And one of these is to start the implementation of the new minimum wage without further delay. Because even if you say workers should come to work 3 times a week, that will inversely affect productivity in those states. It means that there will be no revenue, there will be no enough revenue collection, and productivity will reduce substantially.
While states like Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Kogi and Gombe have begun paying above the approved minimum wage, many others are still in negotiations with labor unions. Amid the harsh economic conditions, these delays only worsen the plight of Nigerian workers. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Abuja.
On October 2nd, 2024, Justice Evelyn Maha of the Federal High Court in Abuja issued an order restraining the Directorate of Road Traffic Services, VIO, from stopping, impounding or confiscating vehicles on the road. The ruling also prohibits the agency from imposing fines on motorists. Trust TV's Dorcas Yakubu spoke to motorists in Abuja who welcomed the decision with relief.
The judgment by Justice Evelyn Maha followed a fundamental rights enforcement suit filed by human rights activist and attorney Abubakar Marshall. Justice Maha ruled in favor of the applicant, affirming that the VIO has no legal authority to stop, impound, confiscate vehicles or impose fines on motorists. Motorists in Abuja, speaking with Trust TV, applauded the ruling, noting that vehicle inspection officers have been adhering to the court's decision.
Yes, so far so good. They're complying. And I'm very happy with the verdict. I think they should go and rest. Yes, they've been working very hard over the years. They should just go and rest.
They are complying. But actually for now, I even love the new job they gave themselves now. Like when you get to Karo CBN Junction, you will see their halos being parked at the side of the road. Like during the rush hour, they help in terms of controlling traffic. So that's what I can tell about the Karo VIO. So they don't harass anybody anymore. What they do is they are on the junction to control the traffic when it's rush hour.
Yes, I like the ruling. And the reason why I like the ruling is that the way they are terrorizing the motorists is something else. Actually, they are complying in the FCT, but you see them standing on the roadside, but they don't talk to anyone. But they can only, sometimes you see them controlling, telling you, follow this side or do this. But they don't ask for particulars or anything.
A motorist has called for a similar judgment to be extended to the Federal Road Safety Commission after his car was partly damaged by one of its officers. He urged the courts to hold the agency accountable for such actions.
And road safety, as I showed you, road safety now breaks my side mirror. That be this one. I don't tell the guy, I don't mark him. I tell him, say, you they work for federal government, I be working with sense. As you break my side mirror, I not talk.
The court ruling is a significant development in the discourse on law enforcement and the protection of citizens' rights in Nigeria. While it addresses potential abuses of power and ensures that agencies do not exceed their mandates, it also raises questions about how to maintain effective traffic law enforcement. As the ruling unfolds, it will be essential for other regulatory bodies to fill the gap and for the relevant authorities to implement more streamlined and transparent processes to ensure both public safety and respect for citizens' rights. Dorcas Yakubu, Trust TV News, Abuja.